Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the Solar Fox. I'm going to take this big DA sander and some 80 grit screen sandpaper and sand this whole back door down. I'll show you real quick, and then off camera I'll sand it down, and then I can start filling in the spots that need filled in. But you can see how swollen this is. It's almost an inch thick, and it should only be 3/4 of an inch. So let's see if this will sand down fast or not. Okay, it seems like it's mainly just the edges that are thick. Seems like the center's thinner, so I'm gonna go and sand this all down with this real good, and then I'll come back and we'll put some filler on it. Okay, I ground it all down. Now I'm gonna put some filler on it. Probably gonna have to put some filler on most of this door to kind of smooth it back out from being rough. I only have a little bit of time before it's gonna start raining, maybe another hour or two, so I should be all right. Want to get this done so that I can get a coat of paint on it while when I paint the sides of the cabinet as well, so that it'll all get painted at the same time. And I'm gonna get the heavy spots first, then I can do the other areas afterwards. But if I don't do this, I run the chance of it keep flaking off and stuff in the future. That's the real bad spot in there. Carefully build it up. Feel raindrops already. Not even supposed to start raining for a couple hours. Move this inside while it dries, and hopefully it'll just kind of stop. All right, I'm gonna mix up a little more and keep doing what I'm doing, and then I'll come back in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get this coat sanded down. I'll show you for a few minutes, then I'll just finish it off camera. Okay, I'm going to continue to sand this until it's smooth, and then touch up any spots that need touched up. Okay, I'm going to pull off this coin door and the control panel while I'm waiting for the back door to dry. So I just need to unplug this. Forget what size bolts hold this on. 3/8, okay. Get this coin door off. They got the ground wires right next to the bolt. Well, now it's raining even harder. So much for no rain till after 2 o'clock. Trying to see how this ground wire is attached. They literally screwed it like right next to the bolt for the coin door. I don't know why they put it that close. Sometimes you can be a pain in the butt. You don't want to hit it real hard and damage the ring. There we go. Okay. I could take off the marquee, just get that out of the way so I don't splatter anything on it. Might not be able to sand the rest of that door down. Depends if the rain stops here in a little bit. Maybe I'll take this speaker grill off real quick. Let me go see if I have the security bits to get it off. Okay, it's a T20 with a hole in the middle of it. Because I'm going to repaint the speaker grill and I'm going to have to sand the other part down too that I screwed up last night. Missing some screws on this. Yeah, just let them fall in the cabinet for now. There's a big speaker grill. Let's take off this plate here. Paint on it from the last people. Put this somewhere where it's not going to get any farther damaged. Maybe I can clean up and fix these spots a little bit with some paint on the back side to just kind of camouflage it a little bit more. But other than that, I think that's all I'm going to take apart. This stuff I'll just clean because I want to touch up the paint in here, the black parts. Okay, cabinet's ready, and I was able to get the back door ready. Back door's not perfect, but it's pretty good. You know, it's good enough. So what I want to do now is I've been shaking this paint can for maybe a minute or so. We'll open this up, and I'm going to take my paintbrush, and we need to trim around the edges of the artwork first. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe I'll stay zoomed out a little bit. Might be a little bit easier to see. Just gonna basically take my time here, use a regular paintbrush for like a house, and I'm gonna cut in as close as I could possibly get to that artwork without hitting it. And this color is such a close match that you're not going to notice it one bit if I'm a hair away from the original. So we're just going to take our time here and just cut it right up to it. Oops, and I'm spilling paint. Should probably pour some of this into another cup, but I think I'll be all right. And then once I get both sides and the front coated, I'll let it set for like 2 hours, and then I'll come out here and touch up the artwork portion of it. This is supposed to level itself out so that you don't see a lot of brush strokes or anything on it. At least that's what it says. A little piece of dirt right here. Another little piece right here. And if you hit it at all, you could just wipe it off right away. You'll get it right off. Okay. I'm just going to do the top part right here and then come with the roller and hit it real quick so that I can roll over these brush strokes to try to smooth them out just in case they don't want to go away. So let me put a little bit in the roller pan. These are the roller sleeves I'm using. They're like a foam type microfiber material. Bought them at Home Depot. No, Lowe's. It came in like a 6-pack right here with a roller handle. don't want to roll real hard. I don't want to put it on super heavy either. Just kind of want to get it to cover. And if you roll too hard, you're going to get a bunch of splatter on your artwork. And don't push hard, or you'll get a bunch of lines in your paint. So you just want to take your time. Paint will go a real long way on the roller itself. I did wipe this cabinet down with some window cleaner, that spray away window cleaner. There is a dent right here in the red. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I didn't want to try to Bondo that and run the risk of really screwing up the artwork. So I'll basically just do this side on camera, and then I'll do the other side off camera. Such a weird color. Definitely has a greenish hue to it. So if you can't get into real tight spots, or if you want to go get a, if you want to use a model paintbrush, you can get into those tight spots. Or what you can do is take your finger, once you get a little paint in that area, and literally smooth it out. Kind of just like run it into nothing. And what that's going to do is going to blend the colors together on you. And you'll never even notice that you did that. So it's just going to blend the old and the new together. Just a real easy way of doing it. I gotta get those parts out of the tumbler. The parts for bubbles have been in the tumbler for a couple weeks. They're probably pretty darn clean by now. The Bondo areas will definitely soak up paint more than the non-Bondoed areas. Okay, that's the first coat on this side. I think it's looking real good. It'll obviously change colors a little bit once it dries, but I mean, that's a huge difference. You can see how, like, over in this area, how it's darkening up a little bit as it's drying, which is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, the front, and put a coat on the back. And then I'll come back in about an hour or two and we'll start touching up the artwork in the middle, because we need 4 hours before we can put the last coat of gray on. Okay, I have the first coat on both sides and the back. And the way that this is drying, it's drying to the point where there's really no orange peel. I'm almost wondering if I'm making a mistake trying to spray the bubbles cabinet. Maybe I should get some blue that matches that dark blue and do the same thing I'm doing on this cabinet. Be a heck of a lot easier than trying to tape around all those bubbles. I'm really contemplating it. We'll see how the second coat dries on this cabinet to determine if we're going to do that or not, but we might. I mean, I'm definitely impressed with it. You can obviously see where the Bondo was. It's definitely a different color a little bit. You can tell it's soaked in. But I'll tell you what, it's drying really, really good. Very happy with it. So let me come back in about an hour or two and we'll start cleaning up the artwork a little bit. Okay, it's been about 3 hours. I got about an hour to go before I'm ready to put another coat on. But you can see how this is drying, and I'll have to get a little closer in a few spots. It's not far off. It looks a little worse on the camera than in person, but it's pretty darn close. So I'll get a little bit more intricate into there just to hide it. So now I want to get touching up on some of this minor stuff. You know, we got a little bit right here, a little bit in the black. There's not much, but I'm not going to go super crazy with it. Here's my box of different craft paints, and I actually have paint markers too, which the black paint markers I'll use for the border, so I don't have to worry about trying to brush that in. I need to find a red that's going to go with the red on the cabinet. So I'll have to look at a couple different reds. That's probably a little bit too dark, but let me get set up here and see what I can find for a red. And then we can start trying to touch this up here. Let's start up here on the airplane area. Let's just see. Yeah, this is too dark. This is more like a maroon. And this feels a little bit sticky still. But like I said, it's only been 3 hours, and it recommends 4 hours between coats. Here's a red that might actually work. Flag red. Let's see if this one is close. We can always mix different paints together to come up with a color that we need. But let's just put a little dab on there and see how we look. I can't tell yet if that's going to be a little bit too bright or not. As you can see, I'm kind of just trying to work it in. Kind of just smear it around, because what happens is it kind of just disappears then. What you're doing is you're blending one color into the other color. Kind of like when you paint a car and you're trying to blend your door to match the fender because you had to fix the fender because it was in an accident. Same type of concept. You want to kind of just take your new color, because no matter what you do, you're never going to get a perfect match. But if you learn how to blend colors together, it'll solve that problem. You won't have that issue. I think this red's going to work out just fine. And you could tell they didn't get everywhere perfectly. So there's the red on that. Let's grab that black marker and try to do the outline and see what that looks like. Should I come in here lightly? That's all we need to do. So we can tell that that is tight. All right, I don't know what recorded and what didn't. The camera turned off, so I'm not sure what exactly I've got on camera and what I don't. So I'll probably do a little bit on the other side to show you. This is some white automotive paint. White craft paint does not seem to cover very well, but the automotive paint definitely works a little better. I'm not trying to get this perfect. I'm just trying to clean it up. I fixed the face on her. I don't know if that was on the camera, but there's a big gouge that goes right through here, all through her face, so that's all fixed. I don't know what I caught. I'll have to, well, it's too late now to do anything about it. But I'm just about done with this side. I'll show it to you guys in a minute here. Now something to keep in mind is when you put a color on, it's going to change once it dries. So you got to kind of have an idea of what it's going to dry to. Okay. I got a little spot on the back of this right here. Take a little red first. Color it in like that, and we'll come back with the black and fix it. I don't know if you caught this, but this is a paint marker. All my craft paints I usually just get at Walmart, and then the markers, paint markers and stuff, I get them at the craft store. There you go, that's fixed up. Blend it in. Can't even tell. I think we're done with this side. Yeah, I can say that this side looks really good now. One more coat of grayish green paint on the side and we'll be done. So now I need to go on the other side. I honestly don't even remember how nicked up it is on this side. Actually, yeah, we got some good stuff going on right here. We got some more right here, which that might come off with the magic eraser. I just got to be a little careful with the magic eraser. I don't want to start ruining stuff. I don't even know if I have one out here. Let me take a look and see if I even have one. All right, I brought a magic eraser out. I want to see if I can get this stuff off of here. I don't know what that is. Well, it looks like some of it came off. Okay. All right. Let me grab my paint. See if we touch up some of this stuff. Doesn't look like there's too much red messed up on this side at least. I don't know if the camera was on earlier when I said I get all my craft paints from Walmart. They're less than $1 a piece. And these paint markers come from the craft store, which we have Joann Fabrics out here where I'm at. Okay. I'm just touching up all the black areas now. Yeah, this side's not too bad. Let's see about these. This is pretty much all black right here. So what I'm going to do in here is I'll take my finger and kind of smear it around just to kind of blend it in like that. Kind of blends the two blacks together so it's not noticeable. This one we got to take across here. We got to add a little white between it. Missing a little bit of red up here. Right here, what we'll do is we'll just put some black dots. Fix the black right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that with white paint and it'll make it look better. think we're looking pretty good here. Just got to touch up the white. So I'm going to go and do the white. And then after that, I'm going to put another coat on the cabinet. I'm not going to record the next coat on the cabinet, but I'll come back afterwards and show it to you guys. Obviously, it won't be a perfect looking, because you'll have spots like this until it's fully dried, but I'll at least show you that it's painted with the second coat. And tomorrow I'll just do a quick update video on what it looks like. Okay, I put a second coat on this side. You can see how nice it's starting to look. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the cabinet up. I'm gonna end this video because really no point in doing any more until it's fully dried and we get to look at it tomorrow. I'll pick up a quart of the black, same type of paint, but black, so I can do inside there tomorrow. And then this cabinet will be ready to go in the basement. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here, and I will show you the final results of it tomorrow before I paint the black. So if you guys are liking what you see, please like, subscribe. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow.